Why do I love you? Ah,
So why do you love me?
why do I love you? Ah, um, first of all, you are the. I love you because you're one crazy part of me. You, you're taken out of me, and I found you. And I love you because you best complete me. I love you because you love me, because you accept me the way I am. Um, you value me. Give me you give me listening ears. You you fight me. You fight me.
You love that I fight you. I don't understand that
No,
part.
I like the fact that you put me on check. Um, I love the way you love me. I love you because you kind of tamed me. You've brought out the best in me. You've given me beautiful kids. I love you because you are beautiful. I love you because you are every man's dream and desire. I love you because you are as nice as you are. You can also be as stubborn. I love you because, in fact, I loved you more the day you stood out for me in the airport. You know, when one crazy incident happened,
That was when we were about to get married
married,
now.
yeah.
So
No, I loved you more that day. I knew that in future, if you defended me, as in the way you defended me, I knew that in future you would defend me. You know, like the mother hen. That's how you were that day, and I said, "This lady loves me, so
yes,
I love your beautiful smile."
good job. I'm liking you.
Truly, I like the fact that you're. Sometimes you could be carefree like me. Sometimes you're very serious and coordinated. And too many reasons to count. Actually, you've loved me, and I have loved you also.
Okay, nice to know.
How? Why do you love me?
You have to ask me the same question back.
Okay, okay, but I'm sure you have a reason for loving me.
I don't know. I just don't have a reason.
You just love.
But I just know that I just love you the way you are. I love your pot belly.
Don't deceive
Trust
me.
me, the reason I say I love the pot belly is because one of the things I genuinely like about you when I first met you was the pot belly. I was like, can I cope with this stomach? You know. And then over time, I realized that the stomach is not a problem. I don't even want it to be missing. I want it to be there. That, like, let me be seeing this point. So each time you make efforts to lose the tummy weight, I'm always shaking my head. You're not going anywhere. I like this thing the way it is. So,
Why would I say you're very?
but that's on a lighter note. How do I love you? Because you're you, because you're selfless, because you support my dreams, because you try in your best conscious way to make efforts to make me happy. You listen to me. You listen sometimes. Just that even when you listen, most times you still go ahead and do what you want to do. But the part that you can actually listen to some things actually makes me happy. So I I don't think there would have been anyone out there that would tolerate me the way you do, because I know I can actually be a pain in there sometimes. But
Okay, I thought
I
I
mean,
was.
no, I'm talking about myself. Most times I feel I'm being too hard, or I'm getting too stiff or too serious, but regardless, you still just, you haven't changed how you used to love me when you were chasing after me. But trust me, sometimes you get me to ask how did I get here. But hey, I think I've said a few things.
Okay.
But honestly, I can't really say it because you're fine, Shao. And you look good when you dress. You take your time. You actually motivate me to make conscious effort about how I look. So I think you just complete me. Let me use your words.
Okay.
That's
Nice. Good to know. All right.
okay.
What do you remember from the first time we met?
What do I remember from the first time we met? How you wrote your phone number and your PIN on a piece of paper and said, "That's my account number." And then I wasn't in a hurry. Shakara wanted to finish me that period, sha. So when I saw what you wrote on that piece of paper, I just said, this one not even serious. He doesn't even know who he's dealing with. So I said I was going to get back at him before I leave here. And I did. I came back to you and
Terrible.
said, I asked for your account number, not your phone and your BBM PIN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think. And then what stood out for me was when I stepped out of the bank and I was just about, in fact, I had folded that piece of paper to throw it away. And then I just turned and noticed you were coming after me. I think I won't forget that action in a hurry. If you didn't come after me, I guess we would never be here. So I don't forget.
I can never forget. Can never forget that story. I can never forget that experience, and I can never forget the feeling, the sigh of relief I had when I met you. When I came out to meet you, what happened inside? I always say that I've never had anything so clear, so clear. As I would hear my name, like the Holy Spirit telling me that's your wife. And I stood there and I argued with the Holy Spirit. What do you mean? She's not wearing makeup. I looked at you up, looked at you down, and I'm like,
no, seriously. No boobs.
Yeah, I think nothing. What's going on here? And then the Holy Spirit said, that's your wife. And I'm like, okay. And I stood there for another 15 minutes, not knowing what to say to you. But I thank God we're here today. Thank God I didn't follow your mouth. Do you remember how you did? You came back and embarrassed me.
Why? Well, I didn't think that was embarrassing. I asked you to give me your account number and you gave me your phone number. That was not what I asked for.
I thought you knew where I was heading to.
I knew, but the woman in me would not just take your details like that, like I'm in a hurry or I'm desperate or something. So
okay, I would say your cards played out well, panned out well. Kudos. All right.
Okay. My next question. So what do you admire most about me?
Hot legs!
Are you serious?
Hot legs!
Just the legs.
Hot legs.
Not my face, not my setup.
That you said what I admire most is hot legs.
Are you serious?
Yes, hot legs, and then your face, and then your smile.
Sometimes I wish I can actually see the legs when people say you have hot legs.
Ooh, that's.
I'm wishing I can see what they look like.
And your dimples,
I don't have dimples.
You have a little, you have a fake thing that looks like dimples.
I know you have dimples.
No, you have something small. You have something very
Do
small.
you know how hard I I want to have something small.
Okay, I can
Growing
help.
up, I used to squeeze my jaw just to get the holes
The
come
holes you
out.
have now.
Yes, as a
Oh,
child.
okay.
So if you say I have dimples, I think that's the best thing I've heard
You
today.
have dimples.
Okay.
So I liked your size. I like your size.
You liked my
No,
size.
See, I'm.
Okay, so what
hold
about
on,
the
hold
size
on.
now? Because
This is my perfect size now. I told you from the day I met you that I'm marrying you, and I know that it's going to progress. You're going to progress in size to the size you are now. So
there you go.
I like you.
Now.
I knew a few childbirth. I knew that you were going to become the fluffy dolly I have here.
I'm serious. I'm okay how to use this.
Okay, so what do you like about me?
What do I like about you? What do I admire most about you? That was the question. What do I admire most about you? The fact that you're almost a can do all kind of person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was meant to be the outward appearance.
No.
What was the question?
What do I admire most about you?
Oh, okay. No, I thought it was your appearance.
Well, for me, it's the fact that you're like that go-to person that anybody can just call me anything, and you have an idea about everything.
Okay.
I like the fact that you're creative. It's just that most times you don't know how creative you are.
Well, you're a very dedicated person. You're tenacious. You're committed to anything you find doing, and sometimes it annoys me because nobody's watching you when you're doing those things. Nobody is there to police you, but you act as if those things are not done there, right there, either your bosses or, somebody will flog you or so. Sometimes it gets to me, but I like that fact about
Why
you.
would you admire something that gets you?
No, I admire it because I can't be that way. I've tried. I've tried. I can't be you. I think that's the best. That's one of the reasons why God gave you to me. You're very coordinated. You're calculative. You're unknowingly deliberate. Unknowingly, I'm not even. I'm looking at you and saying unknowingly deliberate to a fault. Sometimes I'm wondering, come, this woman, just calm down now. We'll do it. We will do it. But I guess that's just you, and I like that part about you. If I was anything close to you, then I think it would have just been stiff people.
Okay. So indirectly you're saying I'm stiff.
No, I didn't say you're stiff.
Don't worry, I
I
can't even twerk, so I know I'm stiff.
No, I didn't say that. I said if both of us were the same thing,
I know.
like pose, rebel. So it's good that you are serious and I am serious.
So are you saying I'm just too serious?
No,
I don't even.
You asked me what I like about.
Okay. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Okay, my turn. You don't want to tell me you. Okay.
You didn't ask me now.
What do you see in me? And why are you still with me?
Remember what I told you this afternoon?
Okay, we were in need for a long haul.
In fact,
we
die here. We're not going anywhere on this one. Ask the question again.
The question is, what do you see in me? And why are you still with me?
You're like my crown.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, my dad was my hero, and I always prayed that when we lost him, I always prayed that if I end up with a man, I should see those father figures in the sense that I should be able to depend on you without looking back. I grew up to be a very independent person, and I'm sure I still see those things. That's to a very high extent. I'm quite independent, but I I wanted somebody I could depend on and be the baby that I never was from a very early age. So I think that's it for me. That I can depend on you, that I can trust, I can entrust, I can be myself, can be silly, can be playful, I can be serious, I can just be me. I usually tell people that I have different personalities, but I think you know every part of that, those personalities that I have. So I
Okay.
can't. Let me see the question so that I know whether I want to ask you. So what do you see in me? Why are you still with me?
Why am I still with you?
Yes, because I know there are some things that I've I've done and I'm still doing that most times you're like, I can get this thing I'm looking for outside, but you're still with me. Why? Why are you still with me?
I'm still with you because before I married you,
Hmm.
I made a vow, you know. First of all, I prayed earnestly. I fasted and prayed for the wife I was going to marry. Remember I told you that?
Mhm.
And when God showed it to me, I vowed and I said that I will love her with everything in me, no matter what. So um, there's a gift God gives to you. There's something God gives to you that um, you realize that you don't deserve it. And so you're that gift God has given to me
Hmm.
that I don't deserve. You know, when I look back at my past and I look at where I am today with you, I know that this is one right decision I have ever made.
You know,
So
sometimes I ask myself, did I make the right decision by accepting to marry you? That's when you push me to those places, and then something will just tell me, something just whisper to me like, who would have been that person? When I check the people I have dated in the past and then I picture them in my current state, I'm like, no, that one for no fit. For just run leave me.
okay,
So
have you noticed that our love has grown from glory to glory? It's not um, it's not as if we don't fight. We fight, we quarrel, but I have learned to understand you and you've learned to understand me. So we've grown in the love.
it's good. So my next question. Why am I in your life?
What kind of question is that? You just finished asking me that question. Why you are in
No,
my
man, this is a different one. Just tell me, why am I in your life?
why in my life? For the obvious reason, you came to set me straight. You came to be the mother of my children. You came to not just be the mother to my children, but act like my mother too.
Your mother is there, although you didn't go there.
You have been behaving like you've been treating me like your son. Sometimes you treat me like Dishon. Yes. So you are in my life to give it a meaning, to set things in perspective.
That's it. What?
Mhm.
Why? Why am I in your life? Or why are you in my life?
Yes. Any which
Why
one.
are you in my life? To complete me. If there's no me without you. So
Downhill.
If you're not there, I'm not complete. Better just be knowing, as you're going out there, as you've been telling me you want to go and be riding your Okada. That is one of the reasons why you can't go and start spiking again.
But,
So let's just leave it. Don't drag it.
okay, so it's my turn.
Oh, sorry.
It's my turn. How would you describe me to people? What would you say if you had to tell people about me?
I was selfless to a fault. Meaning, I know the Bible says you should love your neighbor as yourself, not more than yourself. But most times you do it as if you do what you do for people what I think you may not do for yourself. And that really gets to me sometimes. So I think one of the things I can tell anybody about my husband is that he's a selfless being. I know you love God, but you're always falling in and out. I like the fact that each time you fall out, you find your way back, even when I don't say anything. So I just feel that whenever I go on my secret means, God answers my prayers because you always find your way back. So I would always tell people that my husband is selfless, my husband is God-fearing, with confidence. Like when we meet in our women's forum, we say, don't be too confident about your spouse. I am confident about my husband. So it's up to you to keep that perception I have about you because this is who I see you to be. So it's up to you to just keeping on being that person. Yes, selfless and God-fearing.
Okay.
Those two words for me.
Okay.
So what would you tell somebody about me? Let me see the question. How would you describe me?
Okay. You're a workaholic. Same thing as me, selfless.
Am I really selfless?
Yes, you are selfless. You're a family lover. You're a homemaker. You're a go-to person if you want things done well. You're reliable. You're energetic. And you're
I'm always tired.
my very fragile.
Don't go there.
You are my
Don't go there. Before they ask you, they
BFTT.
What does that mean?
Oh no, you can't ask me. That is for your ears only.
Okay. Okay, so share some of your dreams with me.
Some of my dreams. Wow, I think I've shared. I'm sure you have an idea of all the dreams I have.
Share like two.
But one of the my most desire right now is about our nation. Is it my desire or my dreams?
Your dreams.
My dreams should be about what I dream of. Okay, I'm always told that I like to own a house by the beach with a farmland attached to it. I like to live in a ranch, ranch with a beach, farmland, animals. I like to have my kids and my grandkids, family all around me. As in, I wish above all things that, I will have that. So I'm working very hard towards it. I've told you this so many times. I want to, retire early to a farmland by the riverside, and, a place where we have natural living away from all the hustle and bustle of life.
Not far from everything you've been saying, so it's good.
Tell me yours. Share it one or two.
My dream, one of my biggest dream, is to watch you grow gray hair because I love gray hair. So I'm waiting and dreaming and anticipating.
I'm growing a few.
I used to love one of my
Okay.
I used to love one of my lecturers just because of his gray hair. And he was smart too, but the physical look of being gray was something else.
Did he have some
And
of this?
I always told myself then that God give me a husband who will be so hairy such that I would be admiring this gray hair at old age. That's one. Then another dream, I know I've shared it with you before, but let me say it here again, is to own and manage a home for
Yeah, that was the first
old
dream.
and aged people. So when you see me work so hard, I'm not working hard just to finish the money because I believe setting up such in Nigeria is going to be like a non-profit thing for me. So I would need finances to keep and maintain it with the standard I'm hoping to give it.
Okay.
But I'd love to have my own home and manage it.
You know, that was the first dream you told me.
Yes.
First thing you told me when I met you. Oh, okay. Has this relationship, marriage, held you back from becoming all that you dreamt and desired to be?
I like that's even helped me. Like you've been quite supportive about my career. I think when I met you I was looking for a job and then I landed my first job 3 months after we met. And I've grown from strides like different levels. And in all you've been very supportive. Even when I had the craziest job in my life, you were still there. You didn't say because I was frustrated I should stop working, I like the fact that you support that part. So I just think marriage has made me better. It has made me a better person. It has made me loosen up. It has made me more focused, and more deliberate about things I want to achieve. So marriage has added to me than removed from me.
Okay, nice.
You? Has marrying me stopped you from achieving your dreams or your goals?
Only one of my dreams.
Which is?
Riding power, riding again.
But there have been as in bruised and you don't need
broken
to be
a couple of times.
Yes, so
but my legs have healed.
That's the more reason why you shouldn't go back there.
Okay, that's on a lighter note. That's not a dream. You've actually been an integral part of my dreams from the day I said, from the day I set my eyes on you. It's been a jolly good ride with you so far. You've stood by me, you've encouraged me, you've pushed me. I know in this marriage I've had a lot of down times, when I'm at the verge of giving up, because of pressure at work, business pressure, when it feels like the whole world is crumbling, you always remind me that we always scale through. So this marriage has been a plus for me. Too many ways to count.
Okay, so how do you know when I'm upset?
You don't talk to me. You don't talk to me. You give me the silence treatment. I keep asking, is everything okay, Ima? Is everything okay? You say.
I respond, I say yes.
I know.
I usually would say
it's
yes.
Even from the yes, it's okay. It's from your yes that I know that it's not okay.
That's the only way you know when I'm upset.
Your actions, body language, everything. I've married you for a while now, so I know you. I know when you are upset. Even when you try to pretend not to be upset, I know that you are upset. Me and God, you know me.
It's the same thing now. When you're upset, you ignore me or you give me cold shoulders. Respond to me as if I am irritating you or something. So one response is enough for me to know you're upset. So, mhm.
What would you say are the things I do that make your life better?
The fact that you support my dreams, the fact that you listen. Ask the question again.
What would you say
Mm.
are the things I do that make your life better?
You support my dreams, you listen, you try to make efforts when I chip it in. Yeah, you're very careless. Like you're somebody that most times will finish what you start. But when I push you, you finish it. So that's good for me. So and that's part of the listening, right?
Okay.
What's the question? Let me see it and ask you back. What would you say are the things I do that make your life better?
Coordination. Coordination. You are the coordinator of things. And that makes things, makes gives me soft landing. I can rely on the fact that if I'm not around, you take charge. So I about my day.
Okay, that's good. What do we fight most about?
Money, money, money.
But do you know that has been the reason why we
We
fight
only
from
fight,
day
we fight
one
from day one.
till now?
Now, why do we really fight about money? Is it that I don't give you the money, or is it that why is the reason? What's the reason why we fight about money?
Like one of the reasons I mentioned this afternoon, you know I'm independent and you take advantage of that fact. That means if I don't ask you, you just go. And for me, you already know the drill. If it's not available, I shouldn't be asking you. That would mean I'm being inconsiderate. So, and then when I don't ask and it comes and I see you disbursing it even to people who were not there when you didn't have, and then we need money at home, you want me to ask. It doesn't make me feel good.
Okay.
And I feel you just know this woman, if I don't do it, she'll do it. And trust me, a lot of times I strain myself to get to do it.
Okay.
So I just feel you should be, how do I put it, conscious of the things that we understand that we need to do, running a home and all that. I shouldn't come to ask for those ones, except for my personal needs that don't come all of the time. I could come and ask you. And that is not to say you're not trying. You are, but I feel when it comes to finances, when it concerns me, you're usually absent-minded.
Wow.
It doesn't make me happy.
I hate to hear that. I hate that I make you feel that way. But truly, who disburses the funds? It's you.
And
Oh,
wait.
oh,
Let's go to that
oh,
part of disbursing
oh.
the funds. I hate the fact that I disburse the funds because it puts me on an edge, especially when you want reports.
Okay, now you see
I
we've had this argument.
That's one. Then two, I hate the fact that I disburse funds you didn't keep with me, and then when I tell you you're owing me is a problem. Give me the money so that when I'm disbursing it, I'll know that okay, I've disbursed this money.
Okay.
Not the one that I'll be disbursing funds that you didn't give me to keep, and then when I want to ask for it, you tell
I
me
actually
to
give
break
account.
down.
Okay, now for a man, let me explain a few things. For a
For
man,
you.
it's just accountability. Why I ask you, I have never doubted how you spend the money. I only ask you, just let me know what I am spending the money for. It's a mental thing for me. I've always told you this over and over again. A lot of times is when you tell me, oh, you are owing me 2 million, 1 million. I am like, okay, the last time you told me I was owing you 500, how did we get to 2 million? What have I collected? What have I done in between? And truly, you're the one that disburses funds. I'm not in control of how the money is being spent. I'm not in control of what you need to do with funds. All I ask is to just know. That's all. So because I always assume,
sometimes the way you ask makes me feel like I'm wasteful. You don't trust me with funds. That's number one.
If I didn't
Then
trust you
number
with
two,
funds, if I didn't trust you
number
with funds,
two, I think you should also know that, especially if these expenses have gone beyond a month and he forgets, like what we had to do the other day. I had to go and start printing bank statements, just to know what I called my. That is how personal I took it, because I hate not being accountable to what I do. And if I tell you this is how much that is left, and I can't give those records straight.
Now, this particular incident was a very serious incident. We had plans for the funds we had. For
You
a
were
particular.
asking me to do a lot of things. Where was I supposed to get the money from?
Now, you see, that is the problem. The problem is you don't. When I am getting, when we are doing certain things, you don't carry me along. You don't carry me along. So, for instance, now,
But you see me do the things, and you know what I'm doing. So saying I don't carry you along sounds very funny.
This particular incident, I had a figure.
It's not this particular
this
time.
particular
Let me even say it's not even this particular time. You do it all the time. When you give me money and then you want me to disburse, you say take from there, and I'll just go ahead and act on your instructions. And in my mind, take from there means I gave you money, so take from there. I just do what I need to do, what you give me. And then when you come back and say, we had a purpose for that money, but yet you've asked me to do lots of things without any other funds.
I didn't think that was. I don't think that has always been deliberate. But I'll change.
What do we fight most
We
about?
just talked about it.
You can ask him. Let me
Okay.
Besides money, sex.
Okay. Yes, so sex. Are you answering for me or I'm answering? Are you asking me?
I asked you said money.
Yeah.
And you asked me and I'm saying sex.
Okay, so tell me.
Yes, sex. It never seems to be enough for you.
Yes, my dear. It's never enough.
And I've told you times without number. Your libido is here, my own is here. We have to just meet at a certain point. Babe, I make moves. I go naked for you. I wake you up to give you sex, not to give me. For me, I feel those are deliberate efforts I make. I may not be as active as you are. I use these words a lot of times. But I appreciate the fact that you're meeting me small. One round now is doing you. It's okay for you sometimes. But truly, that's one of the reasons why we fight. Sex and money.
Sex and money has always been.
It's just that there's been a little balance to it, including the money. It's been a while we fought about funds. Not until 2 weeks ago.
We don't fight about funds anymore. It's our early stage that we used to fight about. We don't fight about. We don't even fight about.
But do you know that in our 8 years of being together, the only two things we can make reference to that make us fight
is sex and money.
Yeah,
that's all. Sex, because it's you were too fragile when I married you. You were too fragile. You were bruised every other time.
It's
so
okay.
It's
okay. Don't even go there again. It's okay.
Okay.
Money, because I'm a woman.
Don't worry.
After being a woman this morning,
It's okay.
as much as I have it, still give it to me.
It's okay. It's okay. I know.
Eh.
What has been what has been with me, what has been with me taught you. Being with me taught you.
Being with you taught me. It has taught me how to give myself challenges that on a normal day I wouldn't, and push towards getting those things done. Like sleeping and dreaming to make sure that those things are completed and they are done. Being with you has also made me feel secure. Like you protect me, like you defend me, because you know me better than anybody. So when you come to my defense, it makes a whole lot of sense for me. So being with you has actually made me understand that I can feel secure in your arms. I have somebody who defends me. I have somebody who prays for me once in a while.
Okay.
That's it.
Being with you has taught me to be deliberate. Being with you has taught me to be careful. Being with you has taught me to think before I act. Has made me more mature. More would I say more disciplined. You know, you've taught me to be a real man.
Do I bring fun in all of this?
Yes.
Because it makes me feel as if I'm a stone cold, serious,
Oh no,
not playing
you're
kind of
you're a
wife.
drama queen. So your drama is fun every day. You bring it to the table every day.
So you don't like that part?
No, that part is very interesting.
That part doesn't.
That's what makes the home interesting to me.
Don't mind me, I'm just today.
Yeah.
So what do most people misunderstand about you?
Okay. You always take my simplicity for granted. You take my silence as weakness. They take my easygoing as weakness. They take my benevolence as weakness. I don't know why they do that. They take my not being confrontational as somebody they can easily ride over.
Lots of your friends do that to you too.
A lot of them do that. And I've kept quiet over a lot of things and let things slide, not because I am a weakling, not because I am foolish, but because I see life. Yeah, I see life in a different angle. So I see life differently from the way they see things.
Do you think I take those things for granted too? Do you think I see you as a weak person?
No, you know me, you know the real me. So you don't see me as a weak person.
Because I don't. I actually don't.
In fact,
I think for me, those qualities that people look at and they feel is a weakness, I think for me is the best thing you've done for yourself, because you've left the stage of being the whole youthful juvenile thing that will cause you to react and people see the other side of you. I mean, with the age you've come to attain and where you are, if you react to everything, you'll be breaking people's heads. And God has given you that energy, you can actually do it. So the fact that you overlook a lot of things makes me feel you're even strong, not weak. The fact that you can take some things and just move. Some things that I can't even take, you take them and you just move. So for me, I see it as a symbol of strength and not weakness. So I think regardless of what people feel about how you do those things. You should, on your own, tell yourself you are a strong person. That's why, not because you're weak.
Thank you. Alright. What do people misunderstand?
I don't know. I don't think anybody misunderstands me. I don't know.
Alright. It's fine.
Maybe because I'm very vocal. So I just say it the way it is.
You're you don't you're outspoken. You're on the spot, get done with it and move on person. You don't store things, you don't allow things keep and then you react. You treat it on the spot and you're done with it. So nobody misunderstands you. Okay, my turn. Why didn't you end this marriage?
No, my turn.
No, you asked the last question.
Okay.
Okay, why didn't you end this marriage when you felt like it?
Never felt like ending the marriage. What am I going to? Even when you make me mad, I used to say I'm the one that will throw you out of the house. But how will I even change the bulb if you're not in the house? So the thought of leaving the marriage has never come. No matter how you annoy me, I don't think there's a living in the marriage. I just feel this is how it's meant to be. So if we say we're leaving, what are we going to like? I don't really see that. I don't know why. I just feel it's just meant to be this way till we live there. So there's no living for me.
Okay. There's no
Have you ever felt like leaving the
we
marriage?
barely go where.
No, like
No.
especially on the sex part.
No.
When you want more and I didn't give you.
That was not the reason why.
It's one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
But that was not the main. That is one of the reasons. But
But you always tell me, Ima, sex is important.
hi, sex is.
So that's what I'm saying. So when I don't give you as much as you want it, the thought doesn't come at all.
You have been trying lately. It's just that.
Hi. For the first time, glory be to God, my husband said I'll be trying. I'll buy myself a Coke. Do you think I respect you?
Yes, you do.
Do you think I respect you?
Yes, you do.
Are you sure?
Yes, you do. If you can fight people who disrespect me.
Okay, so I shouldn't ask the next question. How can I do better?
How can you do better? Okay, when I come back, I want you to lie down, so I step on you, and then turn inside the house.
With this your weight, you will finish me now. How do you want to step on me?
We're good on all that.
Okay.
Do I respect you?
Yes, you do. You do. Very well said.
Okay. Okay. What's the pain in me that you wish you could heal?
The pain in you that I wish I could heal. Can I really think of anything? You're a very forgiving person, so I don't think there's anything you've kept in you that you haven't undone or make amends or made amends and moved on. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything that causes you so much pain except for the loans now. But that's not pain, it's something we can escape.
Yeah.
Do you think I have any pain?
Yes, you do actually.
Which is?
Sometimes I wish I could bring back your parents. If not your dad, your mom, at least one of them. I wish one of them was around. I know you miss them. You talk about them. Our early stage of marriage is one day you called your mom in the middle of the night and you woke up crying in your sleep. And I held you and I knew that you really missed her. I remember when we were getting married and then your mom's friends came to escort you you cry profusely because I know you missed her. So I wish I could bring her back, or your dad, you know. So, but I'm all that for you, even though I know I can be your mom. But I know you find
Good,
solace
trust
in
me.
your kids.
I'm a mother now, so I hardly bother. Yep. So, what are you most worried for me about?
Okay. I'm most worried that um, the fear of you not achieving your dreams. I know how edgy you get. I know how you get when you push to do things and then those things don't seem to add up or don't seem to come out the way you want or don't even work. I know how you get. So I that's my fear, that's my worry. So I try to assist you to get to do everything you have planned or you desire to do. Every time in the past that um, you have not achieved what you had set out for and work towards, I know how it makes you. I know how it makes you look. I know how you feel. I know how you react, towards it. So that's it.
Sometimes I get worried about our plans, the immediate plans we have. I get worried for you because I keep asking myself, will you feel you took the wrong step if we actually take that step and get to where we want to be? I believe you understand what I'm saying. I get worried sometimes. Like, would you be satisfied?
What's your favorite ritual that we do together?
I don't know what you want me to do. I think for me, that's the time you're not thinking of touching me. Most times, for the period of the movie, you may not even touch me, especially if it's an emotional kind of movie. You just be glued to your television, and for a moment, you're not thinking of looking for my breast or my. That's my favorite.
You were made to be touched. So, don't worry. Okay. Our favorite part together, favorite ritual together. It's like going to church on Sunday mornings, sitting in the same position for the past 8 years, sitting on the same seat.
Don't you think it's boring?
It's what you want us to change the nation.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I like that place.
I like that I stick there. Okay. And then also the movie part is always very interesting. When you stay awake and actually
You're not able to stay awake and
when
finish
you
the
actually
movie.
stay awake and watch the movie with me, it's usually very interesting. So that's about it. Alright, so what's my common catchphrase?
Only the head.
Hey, this is not enter this. It cannot be that now. Why would we have
I can't think of anything. That's the easiest thing to say. Or in my own mouth. That is it. Especially one mouth. Only the head is when you are pushing further. But one mouth is like what you wake up in the morning to say. Yes, sir. Man, let's do one mouth.
And when you get somebody, no catchphrase. Ntomokedo.
Nante mokido.
Ntomokedo.
Or jambong up.
Jambong up. One of those two.
So you're saying I'm a local woman?
No,
I don't speak English.
No, you speak it. Okay, your English part.
Mm-hmm.
Something they do you. Something they do you. Something they worry you.
Okay. So your question. No. That's the
I
one.
just asked you that.
Let me see.
Common phrase.
Okay, so it's me then. My last question. Do your best impression of me. Is this supposed to be a question?
Best impression.
Do your best impression of me.
Our boss. Best impression. That's expression of your.
As in you, do your best impression of me.
Okay. I have to act it.
I don't know. Just
Ima flush the toilet when you piss. Flush the toilet. Ima, but I just flushed it now. I didn't finish it. When you piss, flush the toilet.
that's all.
But you're there now. Just flush the toilet if you are cutting there. That's early stage of marriage.
Even till now, which one early stage? Something you still did even 2 days ago.
Who, me?
You.
You were not around 2 days ago. Do your best impression of me.
Me. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to do
But I used to flush toilet.
good job. Which toilet? Toilet I know how to flush. Okay. Ima, what's the time? Ima, I'm running late. I'm going to the office. I'm done. 2 minutes. I'm done. And we are waiting for another 45 minutes.
Actually,
You are always done even when you've not started.
you always rush. Even when it's supposed to take her time. You are always too early.
Why should I be taking my time? I just told you today. Being on time turns me on. Like, it makes me feel good. You gave me an appointment for 3. If I am late, I should be late 5 minutes after 3 and nothing more. So,
Yeah, what did I say to you?
you say that you start doing it. I've heard those things for 8 to 10 years of my life, so don't go there. I appreciate the fact that you pay attention to my needs. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you make deliberate efforts to make me happy, to keep the home. I appreciate the fact that we don't argue too much anymore. At least in a year, I think we quarrel like maybe 4 times. That's major quarreling, not the passive ones. I appreciate the fact that you understand me more, and I think it's because of the understanding we have about each other that has reduced the fights. So I appreciate the fact that I'm enjoying marriage with you.
Okay. When it comes to our business, you've stepped into the shoe and you've acted in ways I have not been able to. You've not compromised in your love for me, in your care for me, in your care for me. In your care for me.
Oh
okay,
God.
let's leave that for another day. But I wouldn't have asked for a better wife. I wouldn't have asked for a better wife. I wouldn't have asked for a better life. I wouldn't have asked for a better gift. God knew that you're my best fit.
Same here.
God knew that you would fit me best, so He sent you to me, and for that I am grateful. I love you. I love you with every single breath in me. This is the part I love and kiss you.
You too like this.
Your leg did not pop. You're supposed to lift up one leg when the kiss is entering. All right.